Folks, just so you know, there's a bed made for you guys ready to go. Because right now, as we're getting ready to upgrade, we're getting the vendors, the beta vendors in, all this good stuff. And just know that I've been working with the team now just to make sure on the other side that there's a home. It's a beautiful home, guys. It's a sustainable home. It's home is what you make it. It's what I make it, but it's going to be sticky. This is not a motel. It's not a boy band. This is a home, folks. And home is a very important place in business because we want to be around forever. Everything we're saying, everything we're doing speaks a sustainable language, not a wham bam get rich quick language. It's all the above. It's doing it in a way that we can sustain ourselves, feel good about it, bring our kids, show it to our kids, everything in between, and be proud of ourselves. This is a company that's focusing on the things that unite humanity, not divide, all on a business platform that is a brand new vertical in the marketplace. So we're excited to be on the front end of all this. We're excited to be at the altar here, getting people upgraded here real quick. In the meantime, folks, use those invites, extend them. This is a great time to use it, man. There's not a better window than right now. So with that, Nick, so pleased to work with Nick Sarnicola, guys, who's just done billions in his career. He's traveled America. No, he's traveled the world now. He's been around the block. He's getting ready to travel again. So make sure you get all your people to where he's going to be able to be worth the drive, the flight, the bus, the train, whatever you take. It'll be worth it. So Nick, it's a pleasure working with you always, my friend. Thanks for being on.
Absolutely. So guys, you're here because you've said yes. You've already said you're in. Now you're just figuring out which upgrade path you want to take. This is an upgrade Q&A. We did an earlier call that I stayed an extra hour on Q&A, so we're not going to do Q&A at the end of this. Spend 10, 12 minutes on upgrade, and away we go. So just a reminder, if anybody happened to make it here and said yes to an invitation without knowing what they said yes to, here's a little 2-minute reminder.
Welcome to Shapley, a new groundbreaking worldwide open market. It isn't just a tech release. It's the start of a new era in business. Welcome to decentralized commerce. This marketplace platform lets you control the terms of selling. You empower the sellers to build your own team of influencers and affiliates. If Shapley doesn't have it, find it, claim it, and earn on every future transaction. Shapley is powered by a vibrant community of social influencers. Decentralized commerce simplifies choosing between retail stores, online platforms, affiliate programs, and direct sell. Removing the middleman, it unifies each area into one universal conversation and conversation globally. Join Shapley now. Be a part of our inner circle for an exclusive sneak peek at our dynamic technologies. For a limited time, lock in your free position in this exciting new company and invite 5 friends to join us. Once you're in, you'll get 5 invitations to share with your most influential friends. It's time to create income in your spare time and start living your dream. Welcome to Shapley, the future of decentralized commerce.
Welcome to Shapley. Okay, so a couple things. We're going to discuss your upgrade path today, and we're actually going to be allowing in, we're 3 days behind. We're going to allow in the first wave here. I mean, I'd be really surprised if it wasn't in the next 24 hours. And then everybody else will start coming in through that a wave of people. We should have everybody loaded in here in the next 48 hours. That is the goal. We feel really good about that goal. And if you're going to upgrade, you got to pick a path. So let me show you guys some paths here, and you can get to some decision making as soon as possible. There's affiliate, influencer, influencer pro. Affiliate will start on August 26th. It is free to join for your license. Your subscription is $9.99 a month. You get direct bonuses for taking product offers from vendors, bringing it out to the marketplace, and making a transaction. You get 100% of whatever the direct bonus is. Now, Influencer Pro is $500 or $800, and what they receive both is license bonuses, 15%, 20%. So anytime you refer any license to an influencer pro, or a vendor, you can make 15 to 20% of that license. You get marketplace commissions, so you can build a team of other affiliates, influencer pros, and as they make sales, vendors have set money aside to compensate team builders for going out there and putting affiliates and influencer pros into place. Community bonus access. Both will receive community bonus access, influencer pro. But Influencer Pro receives max community bonus access. We'll talk about that in just a moment. If you're ever going to bring a vendor onto the platform, anyone that you ever meet that owns a business that would be on the platform and you want to receive a bonus for every transaction they made, you would need to enter as an Influencer Pro. And if you ever see yourself achieving some of the higher ranks in the company and you would like to get a piece of every dollar generated in the company from the global marketplace pool, you'd have to be an Influencer Pro. Okay, let's talk about some of these things. Let's start first with vendors. So Christy, an Influencer Pro, can get a vendor development bonus. Tell us how you interpret that. What suggestions do you have? What are you excited about with that? Take it away.
For me, an Influencer Pro unlocks everything. And that's a big part of, that's a big benefit for me. I look at FABs, features and benefits. That's huge. When I know that I can bring someone on some of my favorite products. I know I keep bringing my fan, but it saves my life every day. But I can bring on a vendor. Trust me, I'm going to be selling, everyone on Shoply is going to be buying this fan once I get the company on. And I'll get a 3% override for every single one purchased. And that's not all they have, but just that possibility. And I will have to say those minds that are numbers minds. And that's my husband. Like, he's the black and white, financial man. This is the part he's fallen in love with because it will produce the legacy, the future. And that's what we're doing. I mean, that's the vendors. I know it's the last part that we're bringing on, but I love that because we're developing an army of influencer pros. And I'm going to say that, an army of influencer pros that are going to be sharing every product and working together to do it. And I've already gotten contacted by a vendor who knows they're going to be on the platform already. And he's like, I'd love to collaborate. That's what I've been looking for. I want to be able to say, absolutely, I'm going to share your product and I'll have my team and you do the same for ours, and just working together. This is what this is all about. So that's what I'm excited about.
Well said. Ron, let's talk about the global bonus pool. Only people that start as Influencer Pros get access to the global bonus pool. What's kind of your exposure over the years to what pool checks can look like? And what, this is a $300 decision, right? $500 to $800 difference. What have you seen over the years in different global pool checks?
Well, I've seen some big ones. I've seen some smaller ones. I've seen some mid-sized ones, but I will say this. We talk about focusing on the things that unite humanity. Well, it starts within our company. A global pool brings everyone together. It's when you go to a huge event, you look out over everybody and you go, man, I get paid on everyone in the room, not just my own organization. That's what makes a global pool really cool. It feels like dividends to the person who's involved. So when you see us going and doing all this revenue, folks, imagine at the end of the year, hitting certain achievements that would allow you to get global bonus pools. Wow, it's very, very powerful. And it connects you to every single human being, every single vendor in our company.
I've seen monthly pool checks at a couple $100 a month, which is a couple thousand a year. And I've seen them in the hundreds of thousands per year.
Yeah, I've seen $250,000, $300,000, $400,000 global pools that are annual. Very powerful.
I would definitely recommend that if you plan on building a good sized team here, that $300 is a must. It is a must. Let's talk about community bonus for a second. Community bonus is, and actually I really love the way Ron kind of frames the community bonus and educates folks around that. So Ron, talk to everybody about why we created the community bonus as it stands. I'll talk kind of about the timestamp.
Well, this was interesting, guys, because we knew that we wanted a sustainable business. We knew we had a sustainable business. So what we want to do is off the top, bring everybody together in one database, what we call the community bonus. It'll go 3 wide, it'll go 12 deep for payout, and do it in such a way that even the beginner could earn up to $500 a month in a month's time for just doing the minimum to get in. Now I know that sounds like maybe it's too generous, and it might be, we'll find out, right? But imagine coming in and just doing the minimums and just doing the minimums and continue to brush up your skills, get better, keep contributing, but getting $500 a month. We see this as a sustainable plan, our plan for sustainability, and shoppers, more shoppers in the store, more people buying our product, more people to talk to at conventions and Zooms and everything. So I love the community bonus because it brings us together unified in one singular, very abundant looking bonus.
Very abundant looking. I like the way you call that, partner. Let me go ahead and pull up. I've got something called the Shopley Simulator, and let me explain to you guys how your timestamp works. Those of you guys that have said yes to an early invite, what you did is you confirmed a pre-registration to an order or a timestamp of where you can fit inside the community when you upgrade. So there's tens of thousands of people that have said yes to the free invite. Now, who knows how many of them will upgrade? Is it 20%, 30%? We have no idea. But what that means is some of you are going to be moving up seats. And the way I described this before is imagine you confirmed your ticket for first class on the train. Now you have to go pay for the ticket. You confirmed it. You locked in one of the spots in first class, but it's time to pay for your ticket. If you don't pay for your ticket, then someone else is going to take your first class seat. I mean, it's the easiest way for me to describe it. Is this still a great company to be a part of in 30 days from now? If you upgrade in 30 days, yeah, absolutely. Tens of thousands of more will join. A year from now, absolutely. Hundreds of thousands more will still join. Like, you're in good shape, but it's a matter of, will it cost you an extra $500, $800 by not saying yes between Monday and Friday of next week versus saying yes 30 days later, 90 days later? Yeah, it's going to cost you. It'll cost you more, in my opinion. It'll cost you more than the cost of upgrading to Influencer Pro. So let me give you guys an idea. You got to jump in on that? Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, you said it earlier, because it's probably going to be the next 24 to 48 hours, it gives people more time to make sure they have the money to purchase it, guys. This is one of those things that you invest in. This is not a $250,000, $500,000 investment for a business. This is your time, your expertise, your sweat, and what? $799? So folks, when Nick said that earlier, it really rung a bell that you just have more time to gather the money. Whatever you got to do, go do it, make it happen, because that's how business works. That's how entrepreneurialism is. That's what entrepreneurialism is all about.
Yes, sir. So guys, let's explain the community bonus here. Right now, the people you're working with are inviting like crazy, inviting like crazy, inviting like crazy. You're inviting like crazy. Your team's inviting like crazy. And then upgrades are going to happen. What will happen is your leadership will start having seats filled up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And these seats are just going to start filling up. Even if you weren't successful, maybe you're working hard, you're trying hard, you weren't successful at putting in good. Yeah. Maybe you're got to go through the learning curve. Maybe the timing's been is off out of the gates and you haven't been able to lean in yet. Saying yes and confirming your spots only benefits you because you have a team around you that is working. So you might wake up in a month and there's 40 people in your community, but you didn't add one of those people personally. They came from the leaders you're working with. Well, with an average value of $150 per node, what is a node? It's an influencer or an Influencer Pro. And it's the total of all their subscriptions, their personal one, their affiliates, their vendors. So that would generate $210. Well, in 4 months, you recruit your 800. By the way, we pay 7 other ways. So by you not even referring somebody that became an Influencer Pro, you still made $200, $400, $600, $800, $1,000. But what if you actually went on there and started doing some offers? You started selling some Power Crunch bars or some electronics or some jewelry or whatever. you're making a direct bonus from the vendor on all those. What if you did refer another influencer pro and you made a $160 license bonus for that? Right. So this is how you recoup back that 800. What if you had leadership that was insanely successful, well, not even insanely, moderately successful at building? Now there's a $2,000 a month check waiting for you. What if they're really successful at building? What if they're insanely successful at building? What if all of you collectively together in your teams just started growing like crazy? And all of a sudden you woke up in 2-3 years and there's 40,000 people in your community and it was a $200,000 a month check. That's not possible. Results not typical. Here's the disclaimer up here. Simulations are projections, not necessarily representative of income, if any. You can read it. But I've also seen people put, me and my partners put 800,000 people into our last business, not customers. This was people looking for a business. Ron, I think you said 600,000 with your last business. That's 1.4 million between the two of us. There's also, go ahead.
When you talk about 40,000 people, oh, it's going to happen. It may not happen to everyone, but it's going to happen. And sometimes being in early, and this is not promissory, but being in early, just being wise and streetwise here, allows you more potential. It lowers the risk and ups the potential of getting to that 40,000. So you just want to be in early because we don't know if this thing is going to go like a tidal wave, and it probably will. If all indicators are what they are right now, yes, we're going to see some people hit 40,000 in not too long of a time.
Let's bring it back down to 400. Check it out. In order for you to pick up that $2,000 right here, you need to go build a team in the marketplace to Team Influencer 2. Make sure you check your comp plan details for that, but it means you got to do a couple $1,000s a month in sales with you and your team to hit T2 so you can get the $2,000 a month out of the community bonus. It works synergistically, right? The more success you have in the marketplace, the more income you can take from the community bonus. Bottom line is you have a first class ticket. It's reserved. Save your seat. Don't give up your seat. Lock in your seat because your seat's worth money. Your seat is worth money, and that value of that seat gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as our community gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Let's say that again. The value of your seat gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as our community continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Don't sleep on this. It's $800. Put it in. The last thing you're going to get when you get started with us is over $4,000 in courses for free from top course creators as an influencer, or $10,000 if you're an influencer pro. I'm going to just talk to my friends here. Over the years, last decade or so, Ron, Christy, what have you guys spent on courses and personal growth and personal development that's helped you be significantly successful?
For me, I mean, over the last 30 years, thousands and thousands and thousands, because I believe in, self-development and just really learning. And with this, we're ahead of the game. I mean, Shopley's going to be ahead of the game with AI, with everything. We have the top experts. So for me, this is priceless. And it was worth the money I've already spent, but the $800 that's going to give me more than I've probably ever gotten, priceless for me, totally priceless.
Yeah, I've spent some money on it. I've spent a lot of time also developing it. So I know what it feels like on both sides of this fence. And look, we want to all feel inspired. We all want to feel like we're completely authentically ourselves. The only successful version of yourself is you. The only sustainable version is the authentic you. And so people spend a lot of money on this stuff. And boy, do we need it in today's world to transition with the world and lead it during this transition.
How to build a brand, how to be an influencer, how to use AI, how to adopt a cat, like all that stuff. It's going to be there, but you have to get started, right? You get started. There's going to be already in day one, I saw close to, I think, 80 or so videos already uploaded. And as the days and weeks and months go on, more super vendors, more leaders, Ron will get his content up there. I'll get my content up there. Once we see where our top leaders are, we'll be extracting content for them, putting that up there. So this is going to be, one of the major pieces of why people say yes.
Mhm.
Like if you want to go buy a course with Dan Fleshman right now, you're going to spend $1,000. Why not just spend $800 with us, get a license to the platform, get all the ways that we get paid, and get his courses? Like, to me, it just makes sense. That's one guy, let alone all the rest of the people that are on there. So in closing, we're going to start upgrading again in the next 24 to 48 hours. Tools, resources, get you guys in there, get you pushing buttons. On the 26th, we're going to allowing custom affiliates. On the 1st, we'll be customers. On the 8th, we'll be vendors. I want to show you guys a flyer for those of you guys out there in Europe. Oh, here's what's going to happen. Your invite.shopley.com. You'll open it up. You'll hit upgrade. Pretty simple and easy. And then after you hit upgrade, it'll take you to this site where there'll be 3 videos. This one only shows 1, but there'll be 3. And then you'll just click on how you want to upgrade, and it's done. You'll be into the Shopley dashboard back office system. You'll be able to build your own profile. You'll be able to, click around inside the whole system. I want to throw this out there. We'll continue to do our upgrade Q&As every day this week, so that anyone and everyone who said yes to the invite at least gets a chance to say no to all of the information. I don't want them saying no to some of the information. I want them saying no to all of the information. If you're out there in Europe somewhere, come see me. Malmo. This is actually now a different city. It wasn't Amsterdam. I got that wrong earlier. So if you were on earlier, and this actually matters to you, it is 3, 2, 1. Eindhoven. I don't know where that is, but we'll get you the details. Malmo, Netherlands, Thessaloniki, Greece, Cyprus, and London. Please, if you have not done so yet, join our Telegram. I'm going to open it up here to my panel for their closing thoughts. Over to you.
Well, if you've not seen Nick speak and present, guys, you need to make sure you and your people there, they'll leave with their own set of wings. I always say that. It's a good time your timing couldn't be better, Nick. I'm impressed you're hopping on a plane, bro. I'm so impressed. Good luck. I'll be cheering you on every flight of the way. But anyhow, I feel really good to be. I love this call because it's a little less structured, a little bit more primal, a little bit raw. But let me tell you something, folks. This is a perfect time to get involved in this. Don't become so desensitized because you've heard all the ridiculous stories in our profession about we're the next billion this and the next billion that. No, this one is legit. Just hear me out. This one's legit. So jump in, do what it takes. Just act upon faith, continue to learn, act upon faith, continue to learn. But just this is a time where your best work is your next work. And Christy, I'll turn it to you, girl.
Thanks, Nick. I asked him to put that up there because we've had some people asking that question. And yeah, I love the raw and real of this company. That's one of the things that what I love to be able to say. I'm like, everything's transparent. There's every oops video out there. If there were bloopers, I'm sure they'll come later. But yeah, but there's all of everything's transparent. Everything's out there, and it's refreshing. There's not a lot of what's it, skirt fluffing or whatever they used to call it. I don't fluff any skirts. I don't do any of that. It is straightforward. Listen, we're doing this together. We're going through growing pains together, and it's just going to happen. So just do it. I know it's a cliche, but just do it because you'll regret it. After those people who accepted their invitation in person today, and after I did like the small presentation, they're like, this is a no-brainer. I'm like, I know. And I go, you get it. And they're like, yes. I'm like, all right, let's go. And just the excitement, just keep building that excitement because it's only going to get better. Every day is launch day.
Here's the calendar in front of you guys, 19th through 23rd, week 1, upgrades, 26 for affiliates. So we are so close. We're knocking on the door. Have a great Sunday. Invite. You've got your timestamp, but do your people have theirs? Because every hour you wait, another 1,000 people or whatever it is, or I'm sorry, maybe it's probably every day you wait, it's probably a couple thousand that are joining, and you're pushing back your own people, several thousand seats in the community by not just sending the invite. Let them say no. Have a great night, everybody. We're officially over.